Hi everyone, it's Leona with Leona's Designs, and I am back with the Slow Stitch with K3N Week 8. And the project for this week was Pojagi. Catherine showed us how to do the Pojagi stitching, which is a Korean patchwork. And it was very interesting. I'm glad I tried it. I don't know that I really did it correctly, but I had watched her videos a couple of times and tried to get it in my head of what to do. It's not really something that's terribly difficult, but for me it was a little complicated. But at least I tried it, and I'm glad I did. So I'm not going to show you a process video because I will leave that up to Catherine to show you. I do hope you go to her channel and watch her video on how to do Pojagi, because she explains it and does a tutorial on it very well, and her stitching is really good. So I will let you go to her channel so you can see how to do it. But I'm going to show you my version. And I've already got it in my Slow Stitch book here. And her tagline for this week was both sides now, because two reasons. Pojagi is a stitching patchwork where both sides look good. Well, they should look good. I'm not saying mine looks good, but hers looked good. And I'm sure the Korean people's looks good, but this is mine on one side and then mine on the other side. And as you can see, there's seams and the raw edges are all turned under. And one side has two lines of stitching, and the other side just has one line of stitching. So it's pretty cool how it's done and how it turns out, even though mine is kind of wonky. It was fun to try, and I'm sure if I practiced and practiced, I could get better and maybe make a curtain, because that's what the original Pojagi use is, either for stitching a cloth that could be used to wrap gifts in, or making curtains, because you use a thin material, and then if you make curtains out of it, it's kind of a see-through material, and so when it's all stitched together into a curtain and hanging on the window, it might look like stained glass when the light comes through. So that's really interesting, and maybe someday I will try to do that. But the other reason for the tagline, both sides now, is because Catherine was inspired to do this exercise by Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell was a very popular singer. Maybe some of you recognize her name or listen to her music back in the 70s, 80s. She had just turned 80 years old now, and she won a Grammy for singing at the Newport Festival for her song Both Sides Now. So Catherine was inspired by that song, Both Sides Now, and she decided that this cloth represented both sides now. This side with the double stitching and the other side with the single stitch. So we have both sides now, Pojagi, a two-sided cloth, Korean patchwork that's often used as a wrapping cloth for gifts or as curtains. And as I said in my journal, my version is not the best, but at least I tried. So I hope you were inspired by watching this video. I hope you do give Pojagi a try, and I hope you go watch Catherine's video for the tutorial on how to do it. Have a great day, and I hope to see you next week.